So today I'm just going to give my thoughts on the situation that Microsoft has took in the past to ban basically retail emulation on Xbox, which I firmly am against because emulation on Xbox in so many ways has benefited me. It's pretty good. I don't see it as a problem, but I also understand why they would do so. So let's get into this. So if you know, last year they banned basically retail emulation, where you can emulate games like PlayStation 2 games and other stuff without the need of dev mode. So they basically banned it from their platform because it was not their intellectual property. The games that were being played on the emulator, I believe, is the reason why they banned it, which I can see why. They banned it because of the IPs, like usually, Sony is a competitor to Microsoft and always have been, beyond usually. And basically, Microsoft has took an end to this emulation on Xbox without consent, just getting it from a website and literally just getting the app from the store. They pretty much were against that because of the fact that you're able to play PlayStation games, which you shouldn't have played PlayStation games on Xbox because basically that's Sony's intellectual property. And Microsoft wanted to ensure that for gaming to be fair and to be, not like, not in a way that is nonsensical or any type of way like that, as I can describe or something like that. But they wanted to ban emulation from their own platform because of the fact that you're playing games that should be played on other platforms, like other game platforms that are exclusive to those platforms. Basically, it's not saying that you can't play PlayStation 2 games in general. Like, you can play some games from the PlayStation 2 that are also available on Xbox. Like, I guess the game Black, and also, that shooting game from 2004, and also the other game, the other games that are also available for both PlayStation and Xbox would be, I believe, again, Sega games. Yeah, Sega games are available for both Xbox and PlayStation. But it also goes beyond that, a list of few or more that I can't describe. But yeah, you can play PlayStation games like on Xbox through dev mode, because why not? Like, if Microsoft doesn't give a darn about emulation and preservation, then why would they allow you to, get it through dev mode or something like that? Well, honestly, Microsoft doesn't really allow emulation on their platform. However, they just don't like how you're able to display the PlayStation games that are supposedly for PlayStation, they're exclusive to PlayStation on Xbox, like Ratchet and Clank, Little Big Planet, and other type of games too that are from the PlayStation franchise or PlayStation brand. Playing exclusive games from another platform that isn't meant for that specific platform through emulation is something that Microsoft is really strict against at some point, which I see the reason why, but also don't like it because the fact that it's individual freedom for a gamer to just do what they want with their console, right? Because what happened in the old days of gaming, right, where you can just jailbreak a console and you get access to anything, right? mostly when all consoles were hackable, basically like the Xbox 360, Wii, PlayStation 3 era, but also can be the PlayStation 2, original Xbox, and GameCube era as well. Well, it's not always good to hijack or basically jailbreak a console because you're going to void your warranty. But only an adult would know more than that than me because I'm still a teenager. But still, I see why Xbox would take steps to ban Xbox, or basically ban retail emulation on their own console. I can see why. I really can, and it's because the games that you play on there aren't really for Xbox. I'm basically talking about the XBSX2 PlayStation 2 emulator, right? Because you can play PlayStation 2 games as long as they're also available on Xbox. If it's not available on Xbox and is it PlayStation 2 exclusive, I think that's the finger where Microsoft is pointing at. Basically, you just playing something that should be played exclusively on one console, not on the other console. That is not even a part of their own game brand or console brand whatsoever, or whatever you like to call it. But yeah, you get the point. So my thoughts on this, even though this wasn't like a flawless take or perfect take, is that I think that Xbox shouldn't in some ways ban retail emulation on Xbox, because with retail emulation on Xbox you can do a whole load of stuff. You can play Sonic 2 games or Sonic games basically, and you can also play Wii, GameCube games available on there, basically on the Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X and stuff like that. But the fact that they would ban it, which they did, the retail version, it's just to me it makes sense because you're playing games that aren't really a part of their platform, that are not intended to be on Xbox. Sure, there's some games that are available for both platforms on Xbox and PlayStation, especially PlayStation 2 games, because some PlayStation 2 games are actually Xbox titles as well. But the problem is that Xbox doesn't preserve much of their games, The backwards compatibility overall is just not really insightful or very expanded. You really can't get that much of experience with a backwards compatibility on the Xbox One or Xbox Series S and X, which is why I chose to emulate games that would otherwise shouldn't have been available on the backwards compatibility panel in the Xbox community for the recent Xbox consoles. It makes sense, it really does. Why they ban? Because you're voiding the intellectual property of another gaming company or competitor to the opposing one. So it makes sense, it really does. But again, I don't really like some of the moves that Microsoft has took with this approach, but I do acknowledge why they did it and the reason behind such action. But yeah, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? What do you think? And overall, this is just going to be the end of my first commentary video. Metro out.